Welcome back, my queens and future main characters. If right now you're feeling like a psychic in your life story, or like you're a best friend in someone else's rom-com, I got you, and it's time to change that, okay? It's 2025 and it's time that we find your brand, queen. Being the main character isn't just the TikTok phase, okay? It's a lifestyle. And today I'm quite literally handing you the script on how to start living like the main character you truly are. Think about it like this, the world is basically your own Netflix series, so why settle for being the cameo or a background extra? So today we're gonna be talking about building your personal brand inside and out so you can step into any room with undeniable main character energy. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to build your main character, your brand. I'm gonna cover everything from your outer brand, so your style, your look, your fragrance, to your inner brand, which is your personality, your values, and the core soul of your character. So buckle up, besties, because we're about to get really authentic and fabulous in our own personal ways. Okay, so first off, I want to talk about what it means to build your personal character. Being the main character means you're taking charge of your story. You're the protagonist in your life. The Elle Woods, the Moana, the Katniss Everdeen of your own reality. But no, it doesn't mean being a narcissistic diva who thinks the world revolves around her and her cappuccino order, okay? What it really means is having confidence, a sense of identity, and overall a clear idea of who you are, what you stand for, what you like. So think about any movie or book that you love. The main character has their own personality, their own ideas, goals, just an entire vibe that sets them apart. And without that, the story completely falls flat. So now you can translate that into your real life. Personal brand is the real life version of character development. It's the mix of your style, attitude, values, hobbies, everything that makes you you. Building that main character, your brand, your personal identity. It's asking, who am I? What do I want to be known for? What is it that sets me apart? Now let's talk about what happens when someone doesn't have a clear brand or personal identity. You ever meet someone that's just there? Like a human version of elevator music? It's not offensive, but it's very boring and very forgettable. I know that kind of sounds a little harsh, but I said what I said. Think of someone that just kind of goes with the flow all the time. They copy whatever their friends are doing, whatever trend is happening at the moment. You don't really know what they stand for, what they're about. They agree with everyone just to fit in. They haven't figured out their own thing. You don't talk about this person or look at this person and go, oh, yeah, that person is so unique. They're just them. So yeah, those kind of people are just gonna end up being the supporting character in everyone else's story. Picture this, your friends are deciding on what to do on Saturday night. Everyone looks at you.
What do you wanna do?
And if you have no clue what you like, you're just gonna be like, I'm cool with whatever. And sure, being easygoing is nice. You might wake up one day and realize you've been living on someone else's choices. The main character knows what she likes and isn't afraid to say it. The one girl gets stuck doing something she doesn't even like, and the other girl writes her own plot. Building your main character is about knowing yourself. It's about defining what makes you unique. Instead of someone being like, oh, who's that girl? What's her name again? Someone's being like, oh, that's that girl that always wears the really cool vintage clothes. And I'm obsessed with her lip combo. In short, this is all about you becoming memorable, authentic, and confident. And confidence, my friends, is the secret sauce to main character energy. Now that we got this concept down, okay, you're the protagonist, not an extra. Not to toot my own horn, but I do feel like I'm super equipped to talk about this subject because it probably is one of the main things that I get complimented for or have gotten complimented for since I can remember. I always kind of did what I liked. I dressed the way I wanted to dress because I didn't really care what anyone thought of me, so I would just wear and do whatever. I am very outspoken about the things I like and where I want to go eat and my hobbies. And I feel like when I walk into rooms, I definitely take over the energy. Now, this doesn't always come natural to everyone, so I totally get it, but I am here to help you figure out how we can do this for you. I'm not saying the brandings I chose were always right, okay? Your girl had rainbow hair, lime green hair, all the hairs, okay? But hey, nonetheless, I was always me. Okay, let's dig right in. Let's talk about your outer brand, your visual identity. If we're speaking movie terms, this is basically your costume design and cinematography. It's what people notice first when you walk in without even saying a line. And okay, you might say looks don't matter. It's what's on the inside that counts. But no, let's be real. The way you present yourself can really tell a lot about who you are, and not to mention seriously boost your confidence. Let's talk about the main elements of your outer outer brand and how each one helps to serve in this main character energy. Number 1, your signature scent. I'm talking perfumes. I'm talking the lotion you use. I'm talking your shampoo, your conditioner. All these things matter so much. And I know that there's people that have had their same perfume for like the last 15 years or whatever, since they were 10, using the same perfume. That's amazing, that's totally fine. But even if you're not one of those and you switch every few years, you're allowed to change. I just want you to know that with your brand, nothing is that set in stone. So you're allowed to evolve, you're allowed to change, you're allowed to like something new. You know when you're dating someone new and you start having sleepovers for the first time, and then when they leave, you can smell them on the pillow next to you, and you're like, it smells. You know, like you just know that that person was there, that scent is that person. Scent is something so identifiable about people. I personally have never just had one scent that I've liked. It's always switched, but I usually keep something for a few years or so. For a long time, I really liked the perfume Acqua di Gioia by Giorgio Armani. That was so good, and it's like now it doesn't really feel like me anymore, so I don't use it, but for the time it was me. Right now, I'll show you the ones that I'm using. I'm really obsessed with Gucci Flora during the day. Ugh. This one is just like, I just feel so fresh, so clean. And for me, I tend to lean more towards the fresh, flowery scents. But I don't just wear this every day. This is like my day wear. And then I have 2 more. I have the Orabella that I got. You don't have to stick to one, but you will notice that all of them have something similar in common. It's just what you lean towards. I actually went to Ulta the other day because I'm looking for a new scent at the moment. And so I talked to the guy, we went over so many scents. I swear I had the biggest headache ever just from all the perfumes that I was smelling. But anyways, we went over it. It's funny because like I could see my patterns in choosing a scent with what I liked and what I thought was so gross. Right now, I'm trying this YSL Libra and it's so good, but I got like a little one just in case I don't like it. I'm just gonna sit with it for a couple weeks and see how I feel. So far, obsessed. But one day I remember I didn't have any perfume. I totally forgot to put it on and I said it out loud and my friend was like, oh, like here, I have mine in my bag. So she pulls out this little sample one as well, and it's one she uses every day. And I remember her spraying it on me and I just couldn't do it. It was just not my scent. It was not for me. It smells so good on her, but I just couldn't, like I couldn't even walk around with it. It just was not for me. Just because you like a scent on somebody else doesn't mean you'll like it for you. I recommend going to Ulta, going to Macy's, whatever, talking to a fragrance person, smelling a bunch, and then buying a little sample one and living with it for a little bit and seeing if that's what you like. So then every time you walk into a room, someone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. That smells like you. Okay, number 2, your makeup. Think of your makeup like a palette in an artist's painting. A signature makeup look can be super iconic, whether it's you wing your eyeliner every day or you're doing similar shadows, or maybe it's you're the girl that wears barely any eye makeup and wears a bold red lip and just glows like that every time she walks into a room. Be the girl that everyone's like, oh my gosh, where did you get your eyeshadow? Where's that blush from? What's the lip combo? Don't be the girl that's asking. Be the girl that's getting asked. The key here is just experimenting until you find things that you really like and that look really good on you and that compliment you. And honestly, if that's wearing no makeup, that is totally fine as well. Just figure out what makes you feel like a 10 out of 10 every day. But main character energy is also learning how to own it when you're barefaced and have like 10 pimples on your forehead. Main characters get pimples, okay? It's okay. It's just about not giving a what anybody thinks. So number 3 in your outer vibes is clothing and accessories. Wardrobe, wardrobe, wardrobe. Your style is the costume department of your life movie. This is honestly something I am so obsessed with. I have always dressed the way that I've wanted to dress. I don't care what anybody says. If I like it, I'm going to wear it and you can't say nothing. And girl, you don't need a Hollywood budget, okay? Most of the stuff I thrift. I think fashion is a major form of self-expression. Like you kind of know, there's the girlies that are more maximalist, wear a lot of colors, mix different patterns. There's the girlies that love just basic wear, not a lot of color, not a lot of texture. If you're always just wearing what's on trend, I don't think of that as main character energy. You're just gonna blend into the crowd. And we don't want that, darling. Sure, you can take inspiration from other people, go, absolutely no problem. I have a million Pinterest boards, but never think to yourself, oh, I want to wear that, but what will people say? You can't build your own brand if you're always caring what others think of you. So wear whatever you want, because literally, again, confidence is the main thing here. Confidence is your best outfit. So whatever you're wearing, as long as you're confident, it's gonna be amazing. Number 4 is your hair. Your hair is your crown. Hair can be such a massive part of your brand and your identity. Think of your favorite celebrities. There's the ones that every time they have a new project coming out, it's also new hair. Think Miley Cyrus, Dua Lipa, Billie Eilish. Those girls are absolutely all main characters. They're building their brand even if their brands are ever changing. But also there are the girlies that just have the same hair forever. Think Jennifer Aniston. When has Jennifer Aniston ever gotten a bob or shaved her head? Never. Jennifer Aniston has had the same hair forever, but it's so iconic. Same with J-Lo. Same with like Amber Rose. So I'm not saying you need to trademark a crazy hairdo. Though if neon braids are calling your name, then I support your character arc. Just find a look that makes you feel absolutely amazing. So funny story, a part of being a main character is not being scared to try new things, but it doesn't always work out. I definitely had a I'm gonna cut my bangs at 2 in the morning era. And then I had an era where I completely chopped off my hair and tried to be like Miley Cyrus circa 2012. And those two things were just not my main character move, okay? So then I spent years growing it out and wearing wigs. The main character part of that was just being confident enough to try. Also, self-care with your outer appearance. It's definitely giving main character energy because taking care of yourself is a major main character move. Don't bleach your hair till it falls off and you're bald. That is not a main character move, okay? We moisturize, we treat, we oil, we wash, we sleep with silk pillowcases, we brush. Okay, so those are your outer brand basics. Scent, makeup, style, hair. Pick one of those to focus on first, okay? This doesn't have to be overnight. We can build your character and your brand slowly. So maybe this week you're focusing on your personal style. Then next we're adding on hair. Then next we're adding on makeup. Then next month play with your wardrobe a little bit. Try a winged liner. See how you feel. It's ongoing and it's a process of discovery. But remember this, your outer brand is completely for you. It's absolutely not about impressing others or trying to look perfect. It's just about expressing yourself so that when you catch yourself looking in the mirror, you're like, yeah, that's me. And I love her. When your outer layer reflects the real you, you naturally exude confidence. And I promise you, people are gonna notice the energy more than any designer label on your clothes. Now, ladies and gents, we are going to talk about your inner brand. Spirit fingers. It's time for the deep stuff. If your outer brand is the visuals, your inner brand is the script and storyline. It's quite literally the substance that gives your character depth. Because you feel me, no one likes a movie with all style and no plot. We're left like, what? Your inner brand is about your personality, your beliefs, how you treat people, your personal interests. And I find that this is the heart of your personal brand. Okay, so number 1, your hobbies and passions. One of the easiest ways to define your main character is through your interests. I actually had a friend once be like, what do I like? I don't know what I like. She was completely so detached from herself that she didn't even know what her interests were. And honestly, plot twist, fast forward now, she completely has changed that and she's really focused on herself. Learned that she loves anime so much. When I think of her, I think of anime now, and I'm so proud and happy for her that she was able to find that for herself. And like, this is something that I haven't always had the easiest time with. I've always known what I like, but definitely in phases of my life, especially when I've been in a relationship, I've definitely lost myself to the interests of the guy that I'm with. But I remember after this last breakup, I was just really excited to get to know myself again and be able to, if I wanted to go watch this kind of genre movie, I can just go watch it. This isn't about relationships, but in my last relationship, I did put him first a lot. So it was what kind of music he wanted to listen to in the car, and like he had first dibs on the genre of movies we watched. So I definitely lost myself for a really long time, and I finally found it again. And you know, I could definitely admit, like, I'm a nerd. I love sci-fi movies so much. I love space movies. I like to listen to cinematic score in the car, and I don't care who's around. It just is what makes me me. I'll definitely compromise when it comes to like picking a movie, but I know what I like and I'm not afraid to say it. even if it's super nerdy. Also, like having different hobbies and interests gives you so much dimension. It's an awesome way to just keep getting to know yourself and discovering more about yourself. When something clicks, it's just the best feeling ever. Let's say you love to collect sneakers. I don't love to collect sneakers. That is not a part of my main character. That is not a part of my personal brand, but I do love to collect shells every vacation that I go on. I love to go shell hunting. You might hate to shell hunt. Maybe you don't even like souvenirs. And scrolling on TikTok does not count as a hobby, okay? Think back to when you were a kid and the little interests you had and what you dreamed about. I feel like as a kid, we all have our own personal brands and we all are kind of the main characters, and we tend to lose that over time by molding into other people or being embarrassed and scared to be ourselves. The more you find things that light you up and that interest you, the more you can have more topics of conversations and the more people can think of you. If a space movie is coming out, my friends are calling me immediately being like, have you watched that trailer? Because I know you're gonna love this. Okay, so number 2 with this is I want to talk about original thinking. Having your own opinion. A true main character has her own mind. Let me repeat that again for the people in the back. Her own mind. This means your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas are authentically yours. Original thinking is super attractive and hot, let me tell you. Because when someone just thinks like everybody else, but when someone can think for themselves, stick up for what they believe in, it's hot. It just shows that you're not a clone in whatever's trending. You actually decide what you believe. It's okay to disagree with the crowd. Politely. It's okay to have a quirky interest that isn't the norm. Maybe your friends love the latest pop song and you're into jazz. That's cool. Say everyone else in your friend group is doing minimalist decor and you got a disco ball in your room. That's cool. I want you to challenge yourself to form your own opinion. Read books, listen to podcasts, listen and watch things with different opposing perspectives, and decide for yourself which one you believe in more. And when you speak up on the topics and you're confident and respectful, people are gonna be like, oh dang, she thinks for herself. Being known for your ideas and perspectives can be a major part of your personal brand and can help you really stand out. So next time your friend group is like, oh, I totally agree. If you have a different take or opinion, be like, actually, hot take. I see this a little differently. And share your view. That's a major main character move right there if you ask me. Number 3, saying no and setting boundaries. Okay, pop quiz time. Your friend invites you to a party the night before a big exam. Do you A, go to please her and stress out, or B, politely say, sorry girl, I gotta study, and stick to your plan? In this main character universe, drum roll please, it's B. That's the correct answer. B. You say no when you need to. Being the main character means you're putting yourself first, you have your boundaries. Kim's gonna die. I promise you that saying no is not negative, it's powerful. If something doesn't align with your values, your goals, or your mental health, you can say, nope. It can definitely be hard, okay? I know, for example, how FOMO feels. FOMO sucks. The main character in a movie does not care about FOMO. The main character in a movie can totally miss out on anything and she'll be just fine. And she's not really worried about what other people are doing. Also, like if your squad starts gossiping and you're not about that, stand up and say, guys, that is not cool. I don't like it. I don't want to talk about other people. Let's just go do something fun. I have totally lost count of what number we're on because my ADD is getting crazy. But this brings me to talking about how you treat others. Just because you're the main character in this movie does not mean that everybody else is the meaningless extras. In fact, if you're truly the main character, you are there to lift everybody up and you treat the supporting cast with major respect. Why are there some main characters that people just absolutely love? Because they're kind, supportive, empathetic, positive, because they treat people well. Main character energy is when you make other people feel super important as well. I know I feel so amazing when I'm around someone that's like, Kaya, how have you been? Like, what's been going on? Or they remember something I've told them in the past. Or if I'm having a little insecure moment, they lift me up. I'm always gonna remember that person. That person is super main character energy to me. And having the brand of kindness and being empathetic and remembering what someone told you is extremely main character. Your main character shines the brightest, not even by how you look, but how you make others feel. So aim to be the person who always brings the most positive, best energy to the room. That's legendary. Number 5, your cute little interests and your quirks, okay? I want you to embrace the quirks. Embrace the quirks. Your brand gets so much juicier when you let your quirks out and you embrace them. Like I said, I love sci-fi space movies. Maybe you're obsessed with Marvel films, or could quote all of WandaVision, or maybe you could name all 67 of your houseplants, or you journal every morning with your set of rainbow gel pens. Those micro little things about yourself make you so unique and memorable. Being a plant mom or comic queen or K-pop obsessed is so cool and quirky and awesome nowadays. Basically, in a nutshell, it says that you're not afraid to be yourself and you don't care what anyone thinks, period. Remember when I said that a great outfit without a personality is a movie with no plot? Well, you can reverse that too, because having a great and unique personality but never expressing it outwardly is like an incredible book that never gets published. You have to bring it together and start showing the world both sides. So that's it. Those are my tips and tricks to finding your main character, inner and outer brand. And now I will set you off into the world. But remember, this is not about creating some fake persona. This is about enhancing what you truly are. And it's an ongoing journey. Even after this video, I'm gonna be evolving, you're gonna be evolving. Life isn't just like a single movie, it's a series. There's different seasons, there's different episodes. So don't ever feel stuck, and not being scared to grow into a new you and evolve is actually super main character energy as well. Don't think that you need to stay the same always. Maybe start with writing a bunch of lists of what you really like. You could write down what your favorite colors when it comes to makeup is. You could write down your favorite types of clothings. You can also find main characters that you really look up to in like films, movies, real life, and you could write down what it is about them that you love so much and that resonates with you. We're not copying, but we're getting inspiration. Another amazing thing, and I think a lot of people do this, and you should too, is create a Pinterest board. Create a Pinterest board when it comes to makeup looks, when it comes to outfits, when it comes to aesthetic. I have a bunch myself as well, and it just starts to put this beautiful picture together of who you are, and having your own visual presentation is pretty nice. At the end of the day, the most beautiful thing in life is that there's no other you. I honestly believe in you so much. You got this. Comment down below what you think of this video, or if you guys want to have a besties chat in the comments, and subscribe to my channel. I am so excited to finally be doing YouTube. I found my purpose, something that has been making me super happy. And yeah, I would just love to connect with you guys, and I can't wait to make even more videos for you guys. I hope you have the best day ever. Bye.